Big Blue Thumb Productions presents the Podlie Podcast. Here's your hosts, Podlie Bill, Podlie Cliff, and Podlie Paul.
And hello, everybody.
Well,
Happy New Year.
Well.
I can't believe I haven't seen you guys since last year.
I know, it's been a long
It's been
time.
a long
eh?
time.
I couldn't even remember. Is it 2 weeks we were off? 2 weeks?
I think it was longer than that. Was it 3 weeks?
Oh.
Well, Paul, you must have just got up. You saw bed hair, dude.
Yeah, he's in his pajamas.
I was wearing a hat. That's why.
He's in his pajamas. Look at all these people that are here so early. So Jamie and Nicole. So Jamie gets the 3,500 points.
3,500 points.
And Nicole, they were here because I can see the comments before we go on air. So at least 5 minutes or more before we're on air, they had
Wow.
already commented.
Jamie, so you were here at 7:40. Woman,
Well, yeah.
that's
They were 20
diehard
minutes
action
before the
right
show
there.
started.
I like it. For the record, I like it.
Oh, I like it. We like it.
So 3,500 points for Jamie. Who's
Mr.
next?
William Seltzer. Well, Nicole was in there at 2,500.
2,500.
William
Mr. Seltzer.
at 1,500.
Welcome, Mr. Seltzer, and William Kirkland, the man with the best name handled that changed it. Damn it.
Yeah, and
I
sorry,
tell you.
Laura, you missed the points by like 1 minute.
Yeah, Laura.
She likes my bed head, though.
Yeah.
I was wearing a hat. By the way, Happy New Year, buddy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is episode is it 167, I think?
Yeah, 167. Happy
Yeah.
New Year. 167 hours of complete, utter waste.
Well, it's 166 in 2023.
160
We're
hours.
starting all
And
over.
your resolution better be 52 more hours of utter waste this year, all right?
We're starting all over again for 2024.
167 hours of pure what? Bunk.
Right.
I like that word, bunk. It's a good word. Bunk is a good word.
Yeah, if you say it with a good
With
pronunciation
a good,
as well,
exactly.
really enunciate it.
With good diction, you know, you say it on there.
Say that B and that K.
That's right.
Happy belated birthday. Yes, Paul, it was your
Well,
birthday. So
when was the
happy
birthday?
Belated birthday this past
days ago.
weekend it was.
Que paso, man?
Namaste.
Really?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paulie. Happy birthday to you. And a special day on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Saturday.
You shit.
Had to work that in there, Paulie boy. Had to work it in.
49.
49.
49.
Wow, that's crazy.
49.
That's crazy, man. Almost a half a century.
49.
A half?
That was good. Thank you very much, everybody. It was good. Obviously, my birthday is spending it with the kids, and I don't need nothing else.
Nothing else.
I just spent it with the kids. It was awesome. Lego. It was a Lego day, Bill.
I like
Nice.
it.
Saturday,
Lego?
I just spent most of the day Legoing. I did
Good.
go. I had to work Saturday night out in Rocky Mountain House for a casino, but it was Lego day. It was awesome.
I warned him in 2023 about his gambling addiction. But what does he do?
What does he do?
2024, he's back out at the casino.
That's right, damn it.
Unbelievable.
And I made some money too.
Wow.
And Laura says next year 50. Really, Laura?
Really? Yeah, you got to rub that in.
Thank you for the math, Laura. Thank you for the math.
Half a century, you know, yeah.
Don't remind me.
And Nicole says yes. Nicole,
Nicole,
Saturday.
we started off 2024 with a bang.
With bang. That's right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, a big, huge bang. And I also have to give a casino. When was that again?
On Saturday.
We have to give a big shout out to Manual Labor as well. Manual Labor beer. And we should have had some
Not
here
that I
tonight, but we
see
don't.
any in my hand.
Duck, Bill, duck.
We don't have any Manual Labor beer.
Wait.
They're all empties.
Wait.
Yeah, Manual Labor beer, our sponsor. We should have had that because I did see. I think Nicole asked earlier what we were drinking tonight.
Look, it's I got blood. Hang on, I got you. It's just bloody water.
Yes.
Unfortunately, or it could be vodka. You never know, though. You guys would not know it.
Actually, we gotta do a manual labor run.
Well, yeah, we'll have to.
Let's do a manual labor run.
We will have to do that. Well, the plan is, and Manual Labor has given us the permission, by the way, and I don't know if we mentioned this late in the new year, but anyway, starting probably early spring, so in the next couple months when we get into early spring, we're going to be doing one show a month live at Manual Labor. So you'll be able to, if you want to come see us live,
Hey.
you come to Manual Labor, you come upstairs, you can have some beer,
Play some
maybe play
pinball.
some pinball, and we'll do our show live from there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that will be fun. So once we have that date, we will we will definitely let you know when we'll be doing that live.
And I'll do it.
manual labor.
And I'll play pinball through the hour that we're doing the Podlie podcast.
There you go. Hey, Jordan's with us.
Our buddy Jordan. Jordan, it's been too long, brother. I hope all is well with you and your fam. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you as well, Jordan Ward, JW.
JW. How's the travels, dude? Time or otherwise?
That's right.
Not telling any tales, Jordan. Jeez, man.
Nicole was looking at the ladies' event at Manual Labor. Yeah, I heard about that. It's an evening for women to do some beer tasting and learn about different ales.
Hey, well, wait, hold the phone. I think that's very sexist.
A little discriminatory.
I want beer.
Yeah, how come the men weren't invited?
Yeah, is it the hair?
I love it. Drunk ladies, it's the only chance I get.
That's why I want to be there. What do you mean?
Boy, I love it. It's the only chance I get.
Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking.
So how's it been for the time off away from Podlie?
Well, the bonus is away from you guys, but
What's been fires?
Today.
that's a shot across the bow.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Well, okay, so it's the 8th. What was last Monday? Last Monday was New Year's Day, was it not? Last Monday, New Year's Day?
Must be.
Must be New Year's Day. And then Christmas Day was the time before. Yeah, it was good. It was holidays.
Yep.
The last 2 Mondays were holidaying, guys.
It was holidays.
It was fast.
Hey, Paul, can you do us a favor?
Yes,
I just received a text from the people in the house downstairs.
Yes.
Can you close their studio door?
Yes. Thank you.
That was my bad.
Yes.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Hang on.
We'll see if he can
Hang on.
reach with his mic on. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Did you hear the click on the microphone? That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just looking at calendar.
Wow, I have a really long wire.
That's what she said.
So December 18th was our last show.
Look at that.
That was our Christmas show.
That was a long time ago.
December
Holy
18th.
cow. All right.
That was a long time ago. Last year.
Yes.
I mean, wow.
Nicole says we could always get you decked out in some drag and bring you to ladies' night at Manual Labor. However, I'm sure there's a sponsor you guys could just go.
Possibly.
Possibly.
We'll put Polly in the drag.
Kind of assuming that would defeat the whole meeting ladies for for heterosexual reasons
Yeah, well,
type
hey,
purpose.
Again, like I said, as soon as we have the date for our first live one there, which will be probably a couple months down the road, we will let you know, and hopefully you will all come
And
out
that
join
won't
us.
be exclusive to male or female. Okay.
No, we allow everybody.
We're
That's
equal
right.
opportunity
Yes.
podcast. Podlies, that's what we are.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity podcasters.
Yeah.
So that's what we are.
We do not discriminate.
It is Elvis's birthday today. How old is he today?
Is he? Oh, I didn't know
Well,
that.
he's not. He's not any older than he was.
Since 1977. 77, 78.
77. He's not any older than he was in 1977.
This is true. It's also my nephew's birthday. I call him Elvis for short, obviously, because it's my nephew's birthday today, 10.
Look at that.
How old would he be?
Who, Elvis?
Yeah.
If
80.
you have
77, 87, 97, 2000, so he's 40, so probably 80.
80, yeah.
Probably 80, 81.
I don't know how old he was
82,
when he died. So.
Yeah.
William says, Nicole, that would be a blast. And I'm thinking you're talking about coming to see us live at Manual Labor. And then Laura says, I believe there was a maid costume that
See-
Polly could wear.
See,
Go ahead and talk about that.
I'm all about that.
herein lies the issue, Laura. Paul wants to meet women, not be a woman. There is a difference.
Yeah, but
There is a difference.
Polly, certain sacrifices have to be made to accomplish one's goal.
There is a
There's that word made.
difference.
Different made, but we can make it. And
Oh my gosh.
So, see, Bill had it right on. Certain sacrifices have to be
Oh my
made.
gosh.
Me gosh. I go, Laura. Thanks for the reminder, dude. That sort of passed by us.
I don't know if I'd want to say, I don't think I'd want to see Paul playing pinball in his maid costume.
I might just bend over. Lots. How you guys doing? What's going on? What's happening?
Yeah. It's a brand new year and
Minor Hockey Week next week.
Minor
this
Hockey
weekend.
Week starts this weekend. It does, yeah.
This weekend.
Yeah. So that will be a busy weekend for
You guys
sure.
really busy? You guys are swamped this weekend?
Just this weekend?
This weekend for Minor Hockey Week?
This upcoming weekend? I know that Beckett doesn't play. He plays his first game on Sunday night.
Oh, he's got most of the weekend off.
At Millennium Place.
That's
out in
cool.
Sherwood Park. But then he's got
Place.
lots after. Then he's got a 9 o'clock game.
On a Saturday?
No, but the final could be on a
Saturday in the park.
How many is that? Is that 3
That's got to be 3 or 4 by now.
already for the 2024 poll? We've already hit 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, somebody should be counting how many
Somebody-
times.
yeah,
we do
Laura.
that, Laura. How many times do we say Saturday on the podcast?
Belated birthday to me. And Nicole's just like, yeah, bring it on.
Saturday night. Oh, we're fighting. Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So did
Saturday.
you guys do lots of?
Saturday.
By the way, we do have a topic. We'll get to that shortly. But
Did you hear that, Laura? We have a topic, Laura.
do.
We'll get
So
that shortly, Laura. Did you
don't
hear
have
that,
to-
Laura?
You don't have to remind us. Oh, Nicole's keeping track. 3 amazing times.
3 minutes.
Did you guys eat a lot over this Christmas
Yeah.
season?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Cliff's like, don't even remind me.
Too much, man.
Right?
Too much.
Right?
Too much. I tell you, I went to my niece and nephew's place, my nephew's niece's place, wherever, my nephew and his wife. Just amazing people, just lovely people, right? And so her family, her mom and her sister, their 2 kids, yada yada. And her mom, she seems to be a dessert person.
Oh my
And
God.
she makes these desserts, and she made this zucchini double dark chocolate blah 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 cake. And I was like, literally salivating when I'm looking at the thing, and I tasted it, and it's like, oh my God, it's stunning. So she's, oh, I'll send some home with you, blah blah. I'm like, oh, that'd be great, right? And I expected, a couple of slices. No, she sent half the
You
bloody
gotta
thing.
know, baby. You gotta know.
So then it's in the fridge, and every time I open the fridge for anything, it's like, oh my God, double chocolate dark zucchini cake. It's got zucchini.
It's got zucchini in it.
Exactly, it must be good, right?
Was it iced?
No,
Just plain.
no,
So just plain double chocolate zucchini cake.
my God, and so moist. You don't need ice cream. You don't need anything, and it's like you just cannot stop eating the damn thing. It's just like unbelievable.
To your point, December and January is rough for me because Christmas with all the
Yeah.
goodies, and then my birthday, the birthday cake is
birth-
right after. So honest to God, man, New Year's resolution is hitting the elliptical, I think.
What
big
kind
time.
of cake did you have?
Okay, so I'm glad because I want to bring this up. My mother, God love her, I asked her yesterday, Saturday. I said, it's a lemon bundt cake, is what it is, and she has been making this lemon bundt cake for as long as I can remember. She's made it for birthdays. She's made it for people coming over. Yada yada. It's to this day, 49 years old, still my favorite cake.
Wow.
Still my favorite cake. It is to die for. It's got that lemon icing with the zest and unbelievable. So I asked her, I said, Mom, you've been making this cake for me for probably 45 years. For probably 45 years. Where did you get it? Where'd you get the recipe? She has no idea. She says, probably from a magazine way back in the
day,
70s, stuff like that, So, but it's still 49 years, still my favorite damn cake, and I absolutely love it. My kids decorated it to look like C-3PO. Pretty good, eh?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, my lemon cake, my favorite. It's unbelievable. No, poppy seedless, Nicole, poppy seedless.
So you didn't know drug testing afterwards.
Poppy, that's right, poppy seedless. We left the opium at home. But yeah, so my mom's lemon cake.
So what
Unbelievable.
exactly is a bundt cake?
Now it's open in the center, is it not?
I think that's the shape, and I believe they
Okay.
call it a bundt because
It's kind of
open.
wavy around the
Correct.
outside. It's open in the
Correct.
center, so you can't put candles in the center because they'd fall right through.
Correct.
The
And
cake's just not working.
And
Take
as a
it
matter
back.
of fact, the way Nicole spelt it, obviously we know with your epicure, Nicole, you know that very well. She spelt it right. It's a bundt, but it's
Bundt.
B-U-N-D-T.
Bundt.
That's what it is.
See, I've
and I
never-
think it's because it's the hole in the middle.
I've never seen that in print.
Yeah.
So
It's a
Yeah.
bund.
Bundt
see,
cake.
if somebody asked me, I would just B-U-N-T cake, right? Because I've never seen it in
Yeah,
print.
that's
ever.
actually Nicole spelled it.
And I don't think
actually.
I've ever had a bundt cake, even though we've been friends with him now for how long?
Oh, just like we haven't had your meatloaf.
I still feel bad about that. Can you still feel bad about that? I still feel bad about that.
We haven't had his boat cake.
Cliffy, man, that was bad. That was bad. Oh man.
That's hilarious.
Oh man. Not
Bill,
good.
just put it out there. I'm talking about.
Wow, shot across the other side. Wow, shot across the other side. Jeez.
Oh my
Nicole
goodness.
says, "Hole in the Center," reference from my Big Fat
There
Greek
you go.
Wedding.
Great movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
I've never seen it.
You never seen it? Oh,
Never
it's so
seen
good,
it.
dude. It's so good. It's so good.
I'm such a freaking funny guy, right? Because you show me a movie, I don't mean funny as in complimentary funny. I'm not even complimenting myself here. I'm a pretty funny guy, but in this case,
And he's a pretty funny guy.
but in this case, I'm a funny guy
That was
in
a
that.
great mate move.
Show me a movie that every single solitary person on the planet is going to. And chances are unlikely I've seen it. I don't know what it is. The more popular it gets, I'm thinking to myself, can't be that good.
I don't. Yeah. Legitimately, my Big Fat Greek Wedding. Great.
No,
film.
but this is
Great
the thing,
film.
and this is the culmination to what I was saying. When I finally get around to seeing it, I'm like, oh, that's why it was so popular. now I know why.
It's 17 years,
Right.
but at least I can join the conversation now.
It's like Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was watching Game of Thrones and they
Yeah.
were babbling about it and everything else. I'm like, this is not conscious. This is not a conscious thing. But I swear in my subconscious, I'm like, well, if everybody likes it, can't be that good, right? And then so I didn't watch it. So I don't know when it came out, 2004 or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
So then, whatever, a year or two ago, something like that. My friend Jeremy put it on the server, and he's like, "Cliffy, you should. This is your kind of show. Actually, more like your wife's kind of show." I'm like, "Okay, watch one episode." Instantly hooked, right? So I'm like, "No, I know why everybody was."
Have you seen all of them?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I've
it's
seen all of them.
I've
fantastic.
seen
It's
all of them as well.
fantastic.
I've never seen an episode.
I've seen the whole
It's
series as
fantastic.
well.
I think
That's
it's
true, eh? You're hooked first
yeah, it was
episode?
first episode. You
Is that
cannot get enough. And okay, in fairness, a little bit of an edge in that is that one of my favorite actors is in there, Sean Bean.
Yes.
Oh, I like Sean Bean.
I think Sean Bean is a
I think he's underrated.
he's a terribly underrated, brilliant actor in my mind.
I agree.
He's so irrefutable on screen. Doesn't matter where I see him, what role I see him in. I'm never looking at it going, "Oh, hey, look, there's Sean Bean." No, he's irrefutable on screen, and I love it. And I don't know if I were to guess, you'd sit down and have a great conversation with this man for a couple hours, and that seems that authenticity shows up on screen, and I really like that. So maybe that had a little bit to do with it, Paulie. I don't know, but all of the actors, like that little girl, I don't want to give anything away to those who haven't seen it,
I
but
haven't seen it.
the little girl,
I know. Who you're
my
talking about.
God, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, so
Cliffy,
good.
first episode, and you started season 1, episode 1.
Season 1, episode 1, and honestly, Paulie, it didn't even take the whole episode. Like halfway through the episode, I'm already going, "Hey, I like this.
True
This is
that, eh?
really good."
And at that point, I don't know if it still is, but at that point, it's the most expensive series
At that
ever
point,
made.
some of the episodes, Paulie, were $14 million.
Every
Okay, so-
episode was made like a film.
Yeah, like a film. Yeah.
Funny that you say that because the Golden Globes were on last night.
Oh,
Golden
okay.
Globes were on last night. I'm not an awards guy.
I'm not. I didn't even know
guy.
that.
I'm not a movie guy. Did you watch it? Because you're
I saw.
okay. So
yeah.
what are the winners?
The biggest winner was Poor Things and Succession on television.
They got nothing.
And you
So-
like Succession.
I
You
love
talked about
Succession.
Succession.
and
for a
you've
while.
seen it. You've seen
Yeah, the
Succession.
series is done now.
Yeah,
They
he's
ended
talked about it lots on the
But
podcast.
I loved it. It was really well done. We all did actually in our house. We all watched Succession, and it was fantastic. Really well done.
Interesting.
Pick a backup mic. Don't get addicted to a character, or the cute ones always die. That's why the short guy is still there.
I thought he.
Along with the short
Wait a minute,
guy.
I thought he was cute. What do you mean? And what a great character, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Goodness me, one of the
Yes.
best characters in the film.
Yeah.
And Nicole says, "Nope, not into Game of Thrones. The hub's all over." Did you watch it though, Nicole? That's the question I have. When people say they're not into it, are they like me? And
Did you give it one episode try? That's what you
yeah, because
I have.
because if you're like me, I just ignore the damn thing, and then like I said, 19 years later, I'm like, "Oh look, it's such a good thing."
So I probably would really, really, really enjoy it. It's dragons, it's medieval, it's
The acting is great, the writing is great,
Yeah.
the filming is great, like
Sets
the
are amazing.
the set. Oh, the sets are
sets are
amazing. The
amazing.
sets are
that's a
amazing.
long commitment, man.
Yeah.
But-
how many seasons? Like 8 seasons?
Eight, yeah.
Seasons? That's a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't know. But I mean, I wouldn't do it if I like a weekly series. I could never do that. I could never do that back in the day, let alone now. but binge watch, like like I think
That's what I do.
I think when we first watched it, I think we watched the first episode on a Friday night, and we might have even watched 2 episodes. I can't remember. And then Saturday, you sit down for lunch, and it's like
Oh, let's watch an episode.
one episode. And it's like boom. And so yeah, you kind of end up binge watching a little bit. What do you
Why
do?
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Sean Bean, just talking about William Kirkland's comment. I know Sean Bean from Lord of the Rings, and I
Yeah, Sean Bean is probably the actor who's died the most.
Which he died. I've seen him in another one, and I know Sean Bean. I just can't remember. I've seen him in something else, and I quite enjoyed him in that as well. I just can't remember.
You know
what it
what's
is.
funny, William? I've always liked Sean Bean, but in Lord of the Rings, because Boromir is probably one of my most favorite characters in the whole trilogy. Boromir is one of my favorite characters. I know he dies in the first. I get that, but he's always been one of my favorite characters. And then Sean Bean, when I saw him on screen playing Boromir, I wish I didn't know that Boromir died when I watched the first film, because that took something away from it. But let me tell you something: what an actor! What a brilliant role! What a brilliant portrayal he did of Boromir. You couldn't ask for a better actor for that role.
GoldenEye I haven't seen in years, so I wouldn't have referenced GoldenEye. Silent Hill I've never seen. If something else I know him in. Thanks, William, but I'll think of it. I'll
And
think of
Nicole
it.
answered the question.
think
She
of
said she did try
Not a fan of fantasy.
Game of Thrones, but she's just not a fan of fantasy. Yeah, fair fair statement, Nicole. I'm not technically a big fantasy fan. My wife is when it comes to those type movies. So
There's actually a really good post-series documentary that they did on Game of Thrones.
I'd like to
showing
see
the
that.
making of it. But don't watch it until you watch the series, because there might be some spoilers in there.
Right. Well, I've seen the whole series. What
So
about the
you've seen the series,
second
but-
set? Have you started watching that?
Second set? What do you mean second set?
House of Dragon?
House of Dragons. Or
Yes,
so.
I have started watching. I watched the first season of
Was
House
that
of Dragon.
pre-sequel? Or was that
That's pre
that's
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I watched.
Is it as good? Is it comparable?
Not in my eyes. Not in
it's-
my.
No, I've watched the first season. I'll probably start watching the second season. It comes out soon.
Yeah.
But it's not as good as Game of Thrones.
I'd like to watch it because of the story and because I'd like to
Yeah.
see what came before. But honestly, it doesn't have the same draw as the first Game of Thrones. It really doesn't.
Look it up. You should be able to find. So it was I think it's about an hour-long documentary.
I'll watch the
on-
documentary.
on
I'll
Game
be
of Thrones, showing the making of.
That's
And
I'll look that.
It's,
That's
pretty
great.
cool. Everything that they did to put that
To put it together.
whole series together.
Oh,
Right?
definitely gonna have to watch it
yeah.
because the sets were fantastic.
So then what do you guys? Okay, so I own Disney Plus. That's all I have. It's all. It's the only streaming service I have. What are you guys watching now? What are like? And I just want to reference this because the Golden Globes were on last night. What are you guys watching now? What's the It TV show now?
We have Disney Plus. We have Netflix.
Yeah. So what's the It TV show now? Like, what are you guys into now?
I haven't really started anything. Like Chai, she loves The Crown.
The Crown.
And it's
Okay, that's
into
been
its-
around for a while.
Hey, I watched the
It's
first
in its last season now.
first and second season of Crown.
Yeah.
I tell you, it is fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard that too, Cliffy. Yeah.
Fantastic actors,
Okay.
and you want somebody to portray these people. I don't think you'd find a better
No,
people.
and as the series goes on,
They change the
character-
actors.
actors
I
change.
know,
So the Queen changes. And even
Wow.
in the last season, which is
Yeah.
is on right now, which the actress who plays Lady Di is not the same actress who played Lady
Who
Di
played
in the
like
previous
exactly,
season.
and the Queen
And
now.
they do that.
And
they
that
do
woman.
that deliberately.
Yeah, because
or
that's
is it
age.
a contract?
No, different
dispute?
age.
Oh,
No,
it's
different
age.
age.
Okay, so they're eight. Okay, I got it.
So the woman, I can't think of her name now, who played the first the young Queen. Oh my
She was amazing.
goodness
Yeah.
gracious me, she was fantastic.
And I have to admit, I haven't really watched the whole series. I'm not a huge fan of the Royals,
Yeah,
but Chai loves it, and that's one of her favorite series. One that we just started watching, I think it was last weekend actually. It's on Apple Plus. So my daughter China and my other daughter Chelsea have actually watched both the series. But you said you got to watch it, so I've watched the first 2 episodes. Now I got it back to it. It's called Silo.
Oh, somebody else was mentioning that.
So I watched the first 2 episodes and go, okay, I haven't had a chance now to watch another one, but now I want to get in catch with
Somebody
the other
else
ones.
was
'Cause now
mentioning that.
I want to know what's going on, what's going to happen next.
So
Yeah,
legit-
somebody else was mentioning that. Oh,
Yeah.
just one quick thing, Paulie, to go back because we're all actors here. The Crown, who will blow you away, it puts on a clinic in acting. is Lithgow, John Lithgow.
Oh yeah.
But
He
he's
plays-
always been amazing.
Yeah,
That
but
guy's
dude-
been amazing for 40 years.
Yeah, but dude, he plays Churchill.
Churchill.
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If I have no words, I have no adjectives. I mean, in my vast
Yeah.
vocabulary, I have no adjectives to say how great he is.
Yeah,
in this.
Lithgow's amazing.
He's freaking
yeah,
amazing.
he's been amazing
Yeah.
for 40 years.
And the funniest Lithgow line though is from Third Rock when he looks in the mirror and he goes, "I'm gorgeous."
Funny show. And I even remember him back from Harry and the Hendersons back when I was
Yes.
a teen and going to movies.
He's
and
a
stuff.
great actor.
He's so great.
Anyway, sorry.
Rebel Moon. I want to talk about Rebel Moon. Now,
What the hell
have
is
you
that?
guys seen Rebel Moon?
I
what that
know
is.
of it, but I have
You
not
know
watched
of it. Okay, so Rebel Moon, apparently, never seen an episode that's comparable to Star Wars. Now,
Yes.
you know me, the Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Yes.
If anybody's seen Rebel Moon,
This-
let me know reviews. Let me know. So my question is, it's supposedly comparable to Star Wars. True or false? What do you think? If you guys have seen it.
So
I'm
actually,
curious.
the reason I know of it is
Yeah.
because I work out each day on a treadmill, which you can't see, that's over here, and I have my tablet going. So I
Yeah.
actually watched on Disney Plus
Okay.
the making of Rebel Moon. So it was a behind the scenes
Oh, is it on Disney Plus?
I think it was
sure.
a documentary I saw on it. I think. You want, I think it was Disney Plus I was watching on,
Yeah.
but you might want to confirm it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
one of the, and so I watched a bit of behind the scenes thing. I have
How
not
many
watched the series.
streaming channels do you guys have?
In this house?
Yeah.
We have a few because my daughters have them as well.
Okay,
So
what do
my
you have?
daughters have Amazon. Yeah, they have Prime and they've got Apple Plus and we've got Netflix and Disney Plus.
Oh, you got like 4, and you got one.
Prime.
You got one.
Yeah.
And
I got
only,
one. I've got
I
Disney
only
Plus.
got Prime for Amazon.
Yeah,
I didn't even get it for the video.
Yeah.
Turned out, but then all
you
of
got
a
it for the
sudden,
delivery.
Yeah.
and everything,
And Paramount
and-
is under
and
Amazon
music.
Prime now, isn't it? I thought
No, I
Paramount-
think it's separate still. I don't know, dude.
We,
I
I
don't
think
know.
we have Paramount too, which I haven't watched all those.
But that's all I have. Yeah, I'm not a Disney person, not even slightly. And
Well, the Disney Plus channel though does not show all Disney stuff. It's a whole mix of different series and movies and documentaries that aren't all.
oh, I
done by
thought it was
Disney.
all. I thought it was all like just Disney.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not, but it's I mean, it's your PG.
Yeah.
Well, they have a lot
movie.
of films and documentaries on there which are not PG.
That's true.
For
That's
example,
true.
they have
That's
a
true.
documentary,
That's right.
biography, drama documentary on Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee from
From way
Motley
back.
Crue.
Yeah.
Is on Disney Plus. That is not a kids movie.
Right,
It is a
okay.
restricted.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I've never seen.
Anyway,
And the other thing is, I'm a big YouTube fan, so
Yeah.
I a lot of my quote entertainment, edutainment, whatever you
Is
want to
YouTube.
call it.
Yeah.
I'm a big YouTube fan. So
yeah. But we do have Paramount. I know. Yeah, because I think I was telling you guys I started watching Geddy Lee's series on there.
My effing life. No, that's the book. Sorry, that's the book.
It's what's it called? Something bass player. He goes around and
Yeah,
I
talks to
like
bass
the title.
players. Yeah,
He talks to bass players. So like he talks to Robert from
Oh,
Metallica.
I want to see
It's
that.
good. Is
Yeah,
it good?
it's good.
Ah,
Yeah,
well, I have
yeah,
to
it's
see
just,
it.
I
it's just
wanna
Geddy
see
Lee
it.
and-
It cannot be good.
He just
It-
goes
it's
out and,
Geddy Lee.
and they just have a chat. They're just talking to other bass
I love
players.
that.
And
I love
on
that stuff.
You know, on occasion they might play a little bit, or they just talk about their guitars.
So
and
he's got
they're
what?
doing.
Rob Trujillo on it. He's got who else? has he
I haven't
got?
watched them all yet because I just haven't had time. But Robert's one for sure. I think there's 6 episodes, so I'd have to see who all the other 5 are.
I want to see it now too.
So William says he's a great actor. I think you're talking about Lithgow there, William.
Yeah.
And Laura says, I just want Paramount for Frasier. If you have not seen the new Frasier, it's quite fantastic.
Oh, you've seen it,
I
hey?
haven't seen.
I've seen all the episodes that were available.
Shoot, I want to see that
It's
too.
really good. I'm a big Kelsey Grammer fan, so
Mm-hmm.
perhaps I'm biased. I don't know, but
Nope,
I thought it
agreed.
was really good. So
Agreed.
I haven't seen any of it yet, but I was curious how it came out as
I
compared
was curious
to
too.
right,
the first.
it's really good actually. And I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good. Kelsey Grammer is really quite awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I like them too.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the middle of the
We
podcast.
actually get to the topic. It's been 3 weeks, boys and girls.
It was dead on.
That was we were watching the time.
I was
there.
watching the clock
the
there.
first one in 2024, and you hit it like right on the.
I was
button.
gonna blatantly interrupt you guys and say it, but you know.
Yeah.
So and Laura says she's a Kelsey Grammer fan too. Yeah, I'm a big.
Well, I remember when
Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer joined Cheers. Remember when
Oh,
he came
I
on?
remember
that.
That's
I
where
remember
that's
that.
how Fraser
I remember that.
came from.
that's
It
a
was a
spin-off,
spin-off
yeah.
from Cheers, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
So-
Cheers
Really
was
good.
such a great. They did a Cheers. By the way, so Christmas with everybody off work. So
lot of people are doing Cheers
so
at
our
Christmas.
TV corporations are off, right? So they do all these marathons. So there's
Yeah.
I was watching Big Bang marathon. There was a Cheers marathon on just
Yeah, there was.
last couple of weeks, and I watched a few episodes.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great show.
And
Forget how great that show
and
is.
again, what like it always amazes me that sometimes and in Fraser's case there are so many great actors, but it's always sometimes it's the fringe characters that these actresses and actors come in and they just blow the living hell out of it. They're so amazing, which is Kelsey Grammer's a wife in the show, Lilith.
Lilith, yeah.
Oh my
Lilith.
goodness
Phoebe Newirth.
gracious
Phoebe
me.
Newirth. Phoebe Newirth.
Right? I mean, talk about a clinic in acting.
Yeah,
My
she's
God,
great.
she's
Yeah,
an
she's great.
amazing woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. It's kind of funny because you remember, I don't remember the actor's name, but the character's name in the early seasons of Cheers was Coach. You remember Coach? Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember the actor's name. Anyways, he
Ethan.
passed. Legitimately, he passed. And Coach, the character Coach, was replaced by Woody Harrelson's
Harrelson.
character. And Woody Harrelson was a brand new actor back at the time. You think of what Woody Harrelson has done to date.
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah.
Like
Fantastic.
just unbelievable.
Amazing.
Natural Born Killer, Star Wars. You
name it. He's been in some
he's
amazing
been in some
movies.
amazing
And
things.
he's a really good
He's a
actor.
great actor. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There was a good movie on last night, and now, of course, the name slips my mind with Christopher Reeve and Michael. Death Trap.
Oh,
Christopher Reeve and
Sounds like a Charles Bronson show.
the British actor.
what the hell was his name?
Help me out here.
I lost his name. And Laura says she likes the Sideshow Bob. What's that from? Oh, Simpsons. Yeah,
Simpsons,
Sideshow
yeah.
Bob.
Yeah. But Death Trap, great. It actually was a stage. I'd love to see the stage version of it, but it became a great film as well.
Cliffy, maybe this, I don't know if you know, she references Sideshow Bob because Kelsey Grammer voiced
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Kelsey
yeah,
Grammer
yeah.
voiced it.
He was great. He played such a great psycho character. And Kelsey Grammer actually acted in a movie. I can't think of the name of the movie now. It's a Christian movie about the Christian movement in the 70s. And it's really good because it portrays the Jesus movement. I think it was in the 70s, and he plays the pastor that is part of the beginning of it.
Oh,
And
wow, cool.
so good.
Wow.
He's so great on screen.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer, you know.
He did Beast in the X-Men movies.
Yeah, Beast in the
X-Men
X-Men
movies. He's had a tragic life, actually. Kelsey Grammer's life is quite tragic.
It's quite, yeah.
Sister got murdered. I can't remember others.
That's probably
But
what-
he's had a tragic
That's
life.
probably why he's such a good actor,
Yeah,
right? He can
yeah.
pull up. He's got a lot to pull
Yeah,
from.
tragic life.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we got to have a 2-hour episode because we don't get to the topic for
Well,
half
see what
the
happens
episode.
when we're gone for 3 weeks. See what happens.
Yeah, we're here. You are some more thoughtless, mindless.
There we go. And if you're new to this happens sometimes. We talk about mindless stuff. At other times, though, if you have not seen some of the podcasts, we do get into some serious stuff. So just so you know,
Yeah, we do. We do
just
that
letting you know.
as well, for sure.
That's
so,
right.
let me show this. We can.
What you do?
What you
Oh
doing?
yeah, the people
Yeah.
go by looks.
This is what? This is the topic? What are we talking about?
Do people go by looks or personality to choose
To choose
someone
someone
as a friend?
What kind of a friend?
So I think, well,
Yeah, that's a
that's a good
good question. That's a good question.
Are there any benefits involved?
Are there any friends with benefits?
Are there benefits involved or no?
I'm not saying. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
so we have a rule on the podcast which we haven't really maintained in a while, but I wish to bring it back now, considering it's a brand new year, so we'll have a resolution that those who come up with the topic have to go first.
and those that come up with the topic do have the right to pass.
We've been doing this. It's now 2024. We've been doing this now 5 years. When the hell did we institute rules in this podcast? I missed that fine
You missed
point.
it.
I'm sorry. I missed the fine
It
point.
started one time when Bill picked the topic and he asked me, what do I think? And I had no idea what I thought. So I said, well, the guy who says the topic has to go first. And it kind of got stuck.
I think the only way I don't even remember actually now why I came up with this topic, but I think the reason was more as along the lines. So say you go to a bar or a club, or you just go out with friends or whatever, and there's the group of people that are they all look like models. you know, the women are all like 5, you know, 8, 9, 10. The men are all like 6'1", 6'2". They all look like models, and somebody comes in like me or you or whatever, and it's kind of like you know, hi, and you know,
And then somebody comes in like me or you.
yeah, you were, yeah, we're all vertically challenged.
And we're not in the words of John, in the infamous words of John Lithgow, gorgeous.
We don't walk by the mirror and go, I'm
We
gorgeous.
just, I'm gorgeous.
You know, and so, you know, is it because they all feel, well, I have to fit in with these people because we look like them. They don't look like us, or maybe
Right.
no matter what the personality is. kind
Right,
of thing,
right.
You can have the best personality in
But
the
we're
world.
talking okay.
Platonic.
So we're talking platonic.
So
We're talking platonic.
so yeah. So you know, you try and maybe make small talk or something with them, and they're like, yeah, great. You know.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah. You know.
Buy
so
me a
we go
drink,
over-
I'll be your friend.
Yeah. So, you know, or, you know, do you base it again? Is it based not on looks at all, but just on, you meet somebody with, you know, great personality. They might only be, you know, 4 foot tall, or maybe they're 7 foot tall, or whatever.
Right.
It doesn't matter
Right.
what they look like, right?
And what are your general thoughts?
Well, I think that there is the clicks. I
Right.
think you know, you
There's
definitely,
definitely clicks, yeah.
you know, you see it when you go out, or like I said, the people who all look, the men and everybody all look like models, and you know, that kind of stuff. And if you don't quite fit in with that,
Yeah.
you know, they kind of like, yeah, well, nice.
But
to-
how do you
okay,
but how
so-
do you personally feel though? But like when
Well,
when you're
I-
thinking or you enter a social environment, how do you navigate? Do you navigate it based on
I just navigate by going and trying to talk to everybody, and then
Right.
get a feel for what.
but
they're
everybody,
like.
it doesn't matter.
No,
But you
I will
automatically-
not go to
but-
say hi.
But you're going in somewhere, assuming because and you said social, so I'm going to use social and not business and what have you. You're going into a social environment. Chances are because you like the environment, it's music or it's art or it's whatever, and it's something that you like. Ergo, the people that are in there have something in common with you. So you automatically have something in common with that person. So you're automatically a little bit disarmed.
Okay, in theory,
You're automatically a
in
little bit
theory that's
disarmed.
good. But I mean,
Yeah.
just because you like chicken doesn't mean you say I'm gonna
Sure,
right.
sure.
Right.
Well, right, sure. But I mean, you've got an idea that you might be getting along with these people, right? And you're ever so slightly disarmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think though, you know, like I said, I would go into the room and you kind of work the room for a bit,
Right.
and say hi to everybody. But I think at that point you get that feel, right? So, okay, well, I kind of know. I'm not getting the vibe from those
vibe.
people, so I'm going to hang out over here because I'd rather talk to
Right.
you guys than I think I'd rather talk to that group. Even though I've gone over and greeted them and said,
greeted
hi,
them,
I'm
yeah.
Bill, if I don't know who they are or whatever.
So I think I'm with you, just using different words for it, but I think it's the same principle or concept. It's the energy.
Mm-hmm.
What is the energy? So you can call it a vibe, you can call it energy, whatever you want. But I gravitate towards a certain energy, regardless of what a person looks like or you know, height. I mean, if I have to look up and talk to them like this, that's okay too. But I gravitate towards a certain energy, and if I feel that energy, it has to be a reciprocating rise, right? So
Right.
if I, like you say, you come in, you present your energy, if then that becomes a rising energy between the 2 or the 3 or the 4, whatever the case may be, then I'm like, this is good.
Yeah.
Right. But if the energy's not there, if that, or you say build a vibe is not there, then that's pretty much, it ends it for me, right?
Okay. So hang on a second, because I'm gonna. I agree with you to a point.
Okay.
But I'm gonna. If I'm walking into a rock show, energy rock show, it's totally different than if I'm walking into a country show. Okay.
Agreed.
Energy, absolutely. People are shucking and jiving
No, I'm not
and they're
talking
doing
about
this.
that kind of
but
energy.
I would be
Yeah.
so uncomfortable around people in a country show. I wouldn't know what to say.
No, but I'm not talking about that kind of energy, Paulie. I'm not talking about the energy of the event. I'm talking about the energy of the person.
I would just
Of
have
the
nothing in
person.
common with country people.
No, but okay.
But if you walk into a room though, Paul, and it's not a concert, it's not an event, it's somebody has said, hey, come on over, we're having a few people over, and maybe you only know the person who invited you, but you don't know the 15 other people in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
when
I'm
you go
talking
to that
about the
room-
energy of the
Yeah.
person, not the energy of the event.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? I'm talking about what when as Bill inferred, right? You go in there, you say, "Hi, I'm Cliff," whatever the case be, or sometimes I'll just hang back and be a wallflower for a bit and watch.
Yeah.
And you can tell you can sort of get that energy, the openness.
Yeah.
Some people are very open in their the way how they communicate, or how they laugh, or whatever the case may be, and that generally kind of tells me something. Maybe not at an intellectual level, but more of a gut feeling level.
Right.
And I mean, you can always tell. In my mind, I think the intuition of just about everybody, and I'm sure there are people who are challenged in ways like that, just like we all have our own challenges, but I think most people can sense that energy. So I don't know. When I used to go to the clubs, I'll give you an example. I used to go to the clubs a lot. I was always the one that was taken. Les and I have been together many years. And so often I went with single guys. And I don't know whether it's the part that they're single or whatever the case may be, but often I'm the one that ended up doing all the dancing. And I'm like, I'm the one that's married and I'm the one that doesn't. Now, there's all kinds of reasons that's potentially the case. But I used to talk to my guy friends and say, listen, you're just not observing properly. And I'll give you a quick example. I remember I was at Ezzy's. Remember Ezzy's? Esmeralda's? I was at Ezzy's one time and the vibe was fantastic. It was like a beautiful thing going. And Ezzy's has the balcony, right? On the one side, it seems to me, it must have been
I
Ezzy's.
couldn't remember, bro.
But anyway, I'm here. I've got 3 or 4 buddies with me, and lots of people dancing and places rocking, and we're all just standing there. And I'm like, nice song. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw this girl at the top of the balcony there, mezzanine area, and she's just by herself. She got no shoes on, got a sundress on, and she's just vibing by herself. And I'm like, why isn't anybody talking to this woman? She's like lovely and just and blah blah blah. And I bug my friends, like, hey, look at her, go, go, man. She wants to dance. Look at her, right? Yada yada yada. Nothing. I'm like, fine, screw you guys. So I went up there and I just basically went and sat, but took my beer,
Yeah,
sat
but
down.
you do it because you have nothing to lose, Cliff.
No. See, that's the general. Of course, I got something to lose, Paul. I don't want to get rejected. Walk up while everybody's watching me and walk up to a girl and ask her to dance, and she
But
says
what do
no.
you care? Because you go
I
home
care
and
a
you're
lot.
married anyways.
That's not the point. What do you mean? Of course I care. Do you want to be rejected? How do they know?
Especially in something big, your buddies and everybody.
My buddies and everybody are there. I don't want to get rejected.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is, I go up there, had my beer, and she was jiving away, and I just basically started talking to her. 2 minutes later, we're on the dance floor. The dance floor for like 2 hours. Good fun. The fact of the matter is, I don't think people see the vibe. I think you need to be observant and see the vibe. And this is, I'm talking to single guys for a moment. You got to see the vibe, and once you get that energy that you were talking about, where it's not about looks, it's not about anything other than the moment, right? Everybody's thinking, oh, well, I'm going to go dance with this girl and I'm going to go sleep with her tonight. No, it's the moment. Now, this moment, what are we going to do? And I think that in a social environment leaves a lot of all of the superficial stuff out, because if you get the energy, if you feel that energy, you want to be with this person. You're not worried about what's going to happen 10 minutes from now. But I don't want to get rejected, Paulie. That's what you mean. That's definitely not on the top of my list to walk all the way across the floor.
But if you do get rejected, it doesn't matter because you still can go home to your wife.
But that's not the point, though.
It's not the point for you as a married man.
But it's not the point for anybody. The point of going to a club is not for a pickup every time. The point of going to a club is to enjoy some fun. And enjoy some. So the fact of the matter is, maybe that is the problem. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe these people are going to the club because that's all is on their mind, is that they want to pick up. Well, I'm sorry. Then you're never going to get that vibe. There's no girl in the world on the planet, unless you're, some Adonis of a guy, who's going to come up to you and you're going to instantly know that you're going to take her home.
How you
Right?
do it?
So how you doing? So the fact of the matter is, I think in my mind, and it goes back to what you were saying, Bill, either you go and make contact, or sometimes, you know me, I'm like you, right? Hi, how's it going, right? But sometimes in a situation, I will stand back and observe, and I can literally feel and source out that energy.
So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and and I've done that at events, too. And I'm talking. Now I'm not talking going to a nightclub. I'm talking to some of the events that China I've had to attend. Where there's a lot of
straight up
C-level, high-end business people and people there and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
When sometimes I will sit back a little bit on those because you want to see what the room's like. But then sometimes you'll get that person that will just out of the blue will walk right up to you and say, "Hey, I'm so and so."
Yeah.
Good to see you. And then everything at that point breaks the ice
Breaks the
right
ice,
there.
right.
for that
Therein
particular
lies my
girl.
question to you. This is what I do when I'm first meeting people, and it does matter the environment, but it kind of doesn't. I'm really high energy and really quirky, and I try to use my sense of humor. Okay. When you guys first, are you guys more businesslike when you meet people for the very first time? Hello, how are you doing? Very nice to meet you.
No, it
Or
depends on the
are
situation.
you like dancing in? Hey, what's up? Good to see you. By the way, you want to like that's what I'm
I'm
like.
never like that.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
like. That's
no,
what I'm like.
I'm more like I'll go up obviously and hey, and, not hey, but I'll say hi, I'm Bill, and maybe do a quick introduction like that. I won't be like that.
It depends on the
but
situation.
Again, it depends on the room.
Yeah.
But, I kind of wait for the room to warm up a bit before I would jump. But I'm more
And I'm
like, hi, I'm Bill, and you
And I
are.
match the room.
Yeah.
Right. You don't. It's not over the top. It's not. It's not under. It's you match the room. And the fact of the matter is, Podlie, I'm just gonna say this, and you know me well enough to know that I mean no disrespect. The issue with going up and being that person, it's that you're not giving the other person the opportunity to be addressed the way they would want to be addressed. Right? So I think in
agree.
my mind, when I go up to somebody, it's not about how I'm feeling and how I wish to address them. I'm trying in my mind, and it happens on the fly. It's not something that you stop and think about, but it's how they wish to be addressed. So I try to meet a person at their level. If the energy's
If they come back at you with this
great
big energy
and whatnot.
hey,
And then you could boot it up, and then
it comes-
and
but-
then we ramp it up.
Yeah, but the fact exactly, but the fact of the matter is, it's always about the other person.
Yeah.
And if that is the sort of the modus operandi, then I think you always meet them where you think they are, and you could be wrong, of course, but you get this vibe, and as you get older and as you're in these situations more often, I think you can sort of grow to know yourself that, hey, I think I'm correct. And there again, it's not something that you think about. It's just a vibe.
it's a whole lot
It
easier.
happens in 5 seconds.
It's a whole lot easier to read the room when you got experience.
And I'm not going to walk up to somebody and go, hi, I'm Bill. And, it's almost like you're forcing it, right? You're going to go, hi, I'm Bill. And then if that person comes back with, I'm so-and-so, and hey, I got to tell you this joke or whatever, then
Different, right?
It's different, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But I mean, it's always match the room. It's always read the room, match the room, read the person, match the person.
It's kind of funny. Nicole says, Podlie, it's not the 90s at the Thunderdome or Club Malibu. It's kind of funny that you say that, because in the 90s is when I was clubbing and working in clubs and stuff like that. I was very quiet. I was very quiet. I was very quiet, but I was also a lot more unsure of myself back in the 90s and my 20s than I am now in my late 40s.
Yeah.
If I was a Club Malibu in the 1990s, now at 49 years old, it'd be totally different. Totally different. Or the greenhouse, or, what have you.
I had this comment up a little bit earlier, but Laura says, however, it often takes me a while to warm up to people, so I'm often very quiet for the first couple of times, and then you can't shut me up, LOL.
Yeah, and you know what, Laura? I think that's a lot of it as well, right? What I'm saying, that you meet a person where they're at. And it's not like when I talk about it and when you discuss it, it sounds like it's a long drawn out thing. It's not. It happens in micro moments, because and not with everybody, obviously, but I've been around people all my whole life, and I'm comfortable in that environment. So I don't know, but it happens in microseconds, and you meet that person basically at their level, and it doesn't take long. It takes a hundredth of a second to get that vibe.
Yeah.
And then you need to clarify. You need to clarify whether it's you, whether it's them. And some people, as like Laura, maybe take a little bit to warm up, and you think the vibe is not there, and you think they're being whatever, but then 2 minutes later you realize, oh no, they were just shy, right? Or,
Yeah.
Has there ever been a place has there ever been a place? I'm sure there probably has. Where are there specific places, environments where, and yes, we are less comfortable in different environments but is there an environment where you are just outright, you're going to be uncomfortable?
Me?
Yeah.
Can't not off the cuff. I can't think of a place.
Yeah, I can't.
And the reason why I ask this is I'm going to go back again to the clubs, and I don't go to clubs, but a rock and roll show versus a country show. I would be outright uncomfortable
At a country show.
I think I would. I think I would be outright uncomfortable in a country show. Just because I have nothing in common with these people. Do you know what I mean? I don't know the music. I don't know the vibe. I don't know.
Okay, but
I think now.
but Paulie,
could I learn it? To your point, could I learn it? Could I start feeling comfortable? Maybe.
okay, okay. Let's flash this out for a quick moment, okay? If a person goes to a country club,
Yep.
do you expect every person in that club to be a particular type of person? They have
Majority,
kids.
yes.
Why? They have kids. You have
because they
kids.
like
Isn't that
that.
uncommon?
Okay, but right. Okay, no,
Okay.
but I'm not going because they're family. I'm not.
No, no, no.
I'm not going because they're
No, you're missing
They're-
the point.
they're
You're missing
moms
the
and
point.
dads
no, no,
and
no.
workers
No, no, no.
and-
You're missing the point. The point is that just because you like country music and you like rock and roll music doesn't mean to say you don't have a world of commonalities between you.
Yeah. Like they might have that's what I'm saying too, is like, just because, like, I'm not a huge country music fan, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to not hang out with somebody because they like country music.
Right.
Because they might have, like you said, a lot in common, right?
I get that. I understand that.
Maybe I'm missing your point, Paulie.
I get that. But the point is that you'd have to be the common when you walk in you automatically know the number one commonality is going to be the music because it's the only thing that you know about that person at that point.
You know, I don't actually agree with that.
Okay, well, rebuttal.
Well, because I've been to a rock concert, but not because of the rock concert. I've been to a rock concert. I've been to some rock concerts where I couldn't give a hoot about the performer. I've been there because my friend said, "Hey, Cliffy, you want to come to this concert?" And I'm like, I went there for him. So technically, I have nothing in common with the rest of the people, and including my friend, because he likes
Yeah, you're not a fan of that band.
this group, and I'm not a fan of that
If
band
I'm
at
going
all.
with friends, I'm going with friends. Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I guess what I'm saying is that I don't know how else to say this other than to say that let's put it musically. You know, if you take a country song, it has 4 chords in it. You know, A, D, G, and C, whatever. Well, guess what? There are a lot of rock songs with those same damn chords.
Yeah.
Same 4 chords. That's
Right?
true.
Yeah.
So I'm only saying that.
What you're saying is, if there was a group of people, say you walk into a country concert or country show, there's a group of 10 people there. You walk into Boston Pizza or the restaurant, that group of 10 people is sitting over there, but they're not at the country show.
Yeah.
Are you going to sit down and talk to them?
Yeah, exactly, right?
I'm just going to make a comment on William Kirkland's last comment.
What'd you say?
The DJ at Santana's, William Kirkland, was very handsome, by the way.
I used to be able to go.
Very, very handsome because that
County
DJ was me
Yeah.
at Santana's for 2 years.
Nice, cool. Okay, so maybe I'm missing Paulie's point, perhaps, because I'm not a genre specific music
Oh,
lover,
there you go. Yeah.
right? So I like.
Yeah.
I like some country music and I like some rock and roll music. I like some. Hey, listen, man. I listened to an hour concert with Hadia Bunyatishvili. She's a concert pianist of epic proportions. I listened to an hour and a half concert of her last night. So I can go to a symphony and be just as happy and have something perhaps in common to be able to speak about, or to say, hey, I love the sound of the French horn, or because my wife plays the French horn, or whatever. But I think that maybe it's exposure, Paulie, because I've exposed myself to a vast, and I can't overstate this without sounding arrogant, but not arrogant, but whatever you want to call it. But I've exposed myself to a vast variety of the world, a vast chunk of the world, even in small portions.
And I think where maybe I would feel uncomfortable, and I don't go to clubs really much either.
Yeah,
I
right,
prefer to go to a pub, but
Yeah.
if I was to go to, like, say, Cook County back in the day or whatever, and there's all the line dancing and everything going on, then I would probably feel uncomfortable, because I'm not getting up there to do.
I have
the
never-
Cadillac
You
Rap.
know, that's an excellent point, Bill.
Excellent point.
I actually
that was-
dated a line dance instructor.
Listen, Paulie, friends don't let friends line dance.
That's you will get no argument from me.
I have never participated in a line dance
actually
other than the chicken dance at a wedding.
yeah.
Macarena.
Macarena.
I I make a point to avoid country music. I go out of my way to avoid country music, and I dated this line dancing for
That's awesome.
line dancer for a while, and
she didn't convert you?
and I don't know because I don't dance. I don't dance. I don't
Mama don't
like
dance,
dancing.
daddy
I don't
don't rock
enjoy
and roll.
dancing. I don't like the feeling of dancing. I think I look like
Elaine Bennett?
Venice. I'm gonna leave Venice. I am.
I think those
I
pretzels
don't
are
like
making
it.
you
I'm
thirsty.
uncomfortable. You know. So
Yeah.
I just don't do it.
I love dancing. I love being on a dance floor. I love that engagement with people. I think the energy is so fascinating to me. My wife's not a big dancer. She'll come on. She'll. I used to torture her to come on the dance with me. She's not a big dancer. But I like the vibe. And sometimes with music, I can't stop moving.
We are starting to get short on time, but I got to ask you then, Paul. Like, you don't. And I don't mind dancing. I don't. I haven't. Danced a lot, but I don't mind doing it. But for you, you say you don't dance. You don't like the feel of it. You don't like the vibe. So I got to ask you. Then, if you're going to a concert or Depeche Mode or whatever, are you just standing there? the drums and everything going. This is great.
That's bloody good.
But you're not moving because you don't want to. You're not in. You don't feel it because you don't want to. You just don't want to start moving to the drums and the keyboard and.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you. I was talking to a buddy. Well, he's slowly becoming a buddy at work of mine. We might be going to the ministry show. Now, I wonder what they do for dancing at a ministry show. I'm just,
You're vibing.
I'm going like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I did at the DM show. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was singing. You know what I was doing? No, you know what I was doing? I was singing.
Yeah.
You know what I was doing? I was singing. I was singing at the top of my lungs. That's what I was doing. I was not doing dance. That's what I was doing. I don't dance. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. I don't like
I love it.
I don't like it. No, but I was singing at the DM show.
Nice.
I cannot wait. If we in fact do go to the ministry show, I can't wait what this dancing looks like.
Well, I guess then I got to take the dance number out of the first Podlie show. Fall in dance.
We'll do the Elaine Bennett stand.
Jeez.
We're not even saying goodbye. We haven't even said goodbye yet.
Dude, what are you doing?
We got 3 minutes 19 seconds left. What are you doing?
I don't know. That's not very cool.
They're just cutting us off. Well, have a wonderful evening. Have a great week ahead. Stay warm.
I don't know.
That's right. Thank you for coming. But more importantly, thank you for
I
leaving.
guess we're not getting the encore tonight.
But back to your topic, Bill. The fact of the matter is, as far as platonic friendship goes, it doesn't matter. Any kind of friendship that leads to whatever. The fact of the matter is, I don't think anybody sort of instantly meets anybody and thinks to themselves, this person has particular look that I like, and so I'm going to pursue them. Perhaps if you're looking to date somebody, then I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think a person who is looking for a date, I think they're gonna go and find a person that they find attractive, right? So it's gonna be on looks, based on height, and all that type of jazz. But if you're talking about platonic friendship, I don't think it's gonna matter.
Here's my question. Again, playing devil's advocate. I know we got 2 minutes left.
Do it.
I fully mentioned I would have nothing in common with people that wear cowboy hats. I wouldn't know what to talk to them about. I don't know their music. I don't know
Ask them
their
what size hat
life.
they
This, that, the other thing.
Where'd you
Here's
get your
my
hat?
question: could you go up to a person with a 2-foot mohawk?
Yeah,
Why not?
And could you go up?
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, why not?
Very interesting.
So I'm gonna,
Honestly, I can talk with absolutely anybody. I can strike up a conversation.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to do this just for Nicole, because she has said this. So I'm going to say, I suggest that we say goodnight.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And,
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for Yes, we're off the stage. We're back on the stage.
just
for our-
call me
Yeah, thank you very much.
Came
Yeah.
back to say,
Yeah,
say good night.
our 3 best tracks are happening right now.
That's right.
For the encore.
And
Yes.
Nicole, I'm gonna wrap with that particular comment right there. She says it's just a conversation. That's exactly right, Nicole. It doesn't matter who I'm speaking with, what they wear, or what they look like, or what music they listen to. It's just a conversation. On that note, this conversation has been fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you for engagement. And we appreciate you guys being here. Must Listen Mondays, MLM Please share this podcast, and we'll see you next time. And if you haven't got a chance to see it,
Listen to it Friday night, soundsugarradio.com at 10 o'clock. You can hear the audio, or come back to our YouTube channel.
See
You
the
can watch it
comments.
here again and with the comments. And hey, we're at 37 subscribers now. 3 more, we'll be at 40.
Boom,
so,
chugga-lug.
find 3 more people to join us and or more, and let's hit that 40 mark. By the way, glitching on Corey. I'm not sure what it looks like, Nicole, because we can't really see, but we tried it anyway. All right, everybody. We'll be back next week for episode 168.
Have a great week, everybody. Stay warm, would you please? It's getting cold.
stay happy.
See y'all.